Friday morning, a little wet outside, but it didn't rain. It just looks like it did, okay? So I already got customers starting to play games with me. There's one customer, she's a pretty good customer. She pays pretty good, but she's been calling me for a week to come and do the yard, get things started. And so yesterday I said, okay, we'll be over there today, and that's after it was sunny all day yesterday. And but it rained, the day before that. And then last night it didn't rain at all. It woke up this morning, it was a little foggy out, but it ain't rained. And she was texting me, at 7:30 this morning, well, it might be too wet today, Well, it's for sure gonna rain tonight and tomorrow morning. And then Sunday, well, it's Sunday. Then on top of all that, you got the weekend, and it's gonna be cold as all get out in the morning. We're probably not gonna be working tomorrow. So, these customers, man, she gonna mess around with me and I'm gonna drop her. I don't want to play. She's already starting to play these games in the early season. You've been calling me for a week to come do the property. I finally see a window to do the property, and then you're gonna question, if it's wet or not. I hate it when the customers think they know more about how wet the ground is than I know, because they don't. This customer is not far from the house, It just, I don't know, man. It ain't a big deal, but I just don't like the customers to be bugging me about coming and doing the property. And then when I see the window, when I know that we can do the property this morning, she's gonna start coming back and saying that, well, it might be too wet. I think it might be too wet. Maybe we'll have to wait until next week. And I'm like, no. You ain't gonna bug me for 2 weeks, and then finally the day comes that I'm gonna come do it, and then you change your mind at the last minute. Hell no, man. Tell you what, man, between the gas prices and just the overall expensive nature of how things are costing and what things are costing now, I ain't gonna have a whole lot of temperament for customers playing games, because I'm trying to stay skinny. And it's hard to stay skinny when you got customers playing games with you like that. So she's gonna mess around and get fired. And her neighbor yard is smaller, and the neighbor pays me more. The neighbor, the neighbor last night, her neighbor called me too. I guess she found out I was coming over there. She called me. She says, "Can you do mine tomorrow too?" She says, "I know it's been a while since you've been over here. So instead of 70, you want to do 90 this time?" She volunteered that, and I'm like, "Sure, that sounds good." So she gave me an extra $20 without me even having to say anything. The other lady was whining and crying about me going up $10. You got folks out here with bobcats, spreading dirt around. That's a little bit wet for that now, I will say. Yeah. I don't know, man. But hey, y'all, I appreciate all the comments. The video I did yesterday, that's just kind of some of the things that I live my life by. I live like that. So, like I was saying, it's not really, the gas is not going to hurt me. And it shouldn't really break anybody that's established. Carl over there at Happy's Lawn Care and Landscaping, he came in the comments and was saying that he never even pays attention to the gas prices. And I'm with you, Carl. That's kind of how I am too, man. I notice it, and I wouldn't notice it as much if it weren't so expensive, and if it weren't all over the front page of the news and and all the newscasts and stuff. Because I'm like Carl, man. I know that I gotta have it, so I'm gonna try to minimize everything else that I can and that I'm in control of. If y'all have not been to Happy's Lawn Care and Landscaping, y'all go check them two out, man. They're a couple, man, and they really are in it to win it, man. I mean, these guys and girls are really put some good videos out, man. They really do. And they work hard, man. They work hard, dude. I gotta well, they ride up there with Randall over at Elite Landscapes and Life Stories. They ride over there. They ride up there with him, man. You know, there's a lot of people that do YouTube channels that work really hard out here. I mean, we all work really hard. Everybody does things a little bit different, but you know, and it takes a lot of effort to do these YouTube videos. So anytime that, you know, I can help a channel out, or you know, shout out a channel or whatever, you know, I do that because I realize and understand how hard it is to do these videos and to actually be in business. You know, it's easy to do a video if you ain't got nothing else to do, but doing videos of actual work, like Happy's was doing a video over a wall that they've been doing for about, probably, you know, the videos have been coming out. They probably been working on that project 5 or 6 weeks. Probably not full time, but you know, they're just like me and just like all you guys that are out here making top dollar. They go into work on it for a few hours here, go take care of some other stuff, and then come back to that job and do more. You know, it's a big deal, man. So yeah, it's a big deal, and they do a lot of good work, man. And I am simply amazed at the work ethic of those two. And the skill set, man. I mean, dude has Carl has a lot of skills, man. You know, he really does. You would think that, well, you know, he's a lawn care guy, but he does a lot of other stuff. I mean, that retainer wall that they did back there, that's spot on, man. And that was really a very well done project, if you ask me. You know, of course, what do I know about walls? Pretty good bit. I could probably build a wall, but I couldn't do it like Carl did it. I mean, he really exceeded what I thought, you know, they was gonna be able to do over there. I gotta say, it really, you know. But anyway, I'm finna pick up Zach. We got about $400 we're gonna do today, and that's gonna be about it. So I got Zach a shirt. I made this shirt, y'all. Y'all see? Y'all see? Shit, this shirt right here, if I had had Vistaprint or anybody do that shirt, that would have been a $20 shirt. And now that I got the template, I can do even more. I'm not really rigged up. It's not really rigged up to you know, to make money and sell the shirts, man. I like to come up with some designs on shirts that maybe I could give away or sell or whatever, you know. But I have a hard time coming up with a logo that I like and can live with, you know. I've paid companies to make me a logo, and I'll get it and I'll be like, man, it's all right, you know. So if any of you guys have any ideas about a logo for me based on what y'all know about me and my business and the business model, maybe I ought to start a damn contest or something. What's up? You good?
Yeah. I forgot my phone in the truck. I thought it was in my room. Okay, y'all, so we just pulled over here to these two.
this one right here, and then this one right here. So, and then they say that this one right here wants me to talk to them about trimming the trees. So that's what, you know, I'm gonna talk to them before I leave today. But the one in the White House there, she pays for 2 months in advance. So she'll pay today, and that'll be for March and April. It'll be for, well, it'll be for 4 cuts. And the thing about it is, I really would rather her not do that right now. We need to wait because we're at the end of March, and but she's getting to be a little bit more difficult to deal with as we keep, you know, as I keep working for her. And y'all will see, y'all see how that all of that grass took, you know, the green over there, and I'll ride over there where we had the power rake over here, the man lift over here, where I couldn't reach that one branch above the house there. This is that house. Me and Christian did worked over here that day, but I'm gonna have to talk to her right here to see what she wants to do with all these leaves running down the front driveway. And I'm also going to knock on the door of the greenhouse here and see what trees they got they want to trim. I mean, it's relatively sweet over here to do tree trimming because I don't have to haul it off. I mean, it can be a quick job. It doesn't have to, and pretty lucrative. And we're about 4 miles from my house. So if I can, and I got the veranda is like, I can ride the mower to the veranda bed and breakfast. They got some tree trimming up there to do too. I'm gonna have to call her and talk to her because she's not been in contact with me. I don't know what their deal is. They may, I mean, they may get somebody else, and that's okay. But they're not gonna get nobody to trim the trees. I just want to trim the trees. I really don't even want to do the damn lawn this year. I will, but I don't want to. Okay, y'all, so I just picked up this job right here. This tree right here. Y'all see it? We're gonna be trimming this tree up here in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So we're gonna be trimming this tree right here up. Y'all see it? There's a lot of dead on it, and it creates a lot of shade. So they want to trim it. $800. I told him it probably. I told him it'd probably be up here about 3 or 4 hours. He asked me how long I thought it'd take. I said probably around 3 hours to 4 hours, something like that. But if it takes me 5 hours, I'm good at $800. So a couple things about it: we don't have to haul it off, and y'all see all the mistletoe and all that in it. We don't have to haul it off. All we gotta do is drag it to the road. So I'll cut it, Zach will drag it. That's simple. I'm not sure exactly when we're gonna get to it, but the weather's a big factor now. So, but I'm cutting. Got to cut this backyard. I got to cut the other backyard, and then we're about done over here. A lot more work over here than I thought there would be. A lot more, and they better not cry about nothing because they trying to pay me, you know, yard cutting money, not cleanup money, and we cleaning up. Sticks everywhere, man. Just terrible. They wanted to talk to me about it, and me and him talked, and we came to an agreement on $800. So we're just gonna trim it up, man. It's gonna be a lot of dragging, but you know, out of the 800 or so, I'll throw Zach about $130, you know, and yeah, it doesn't require gas. I'm 4 miles from my house. The man lift is all electric. So yeah. All right, y'all, I kick back. All right, y'all, so me and Zach, we got into that job over there, and you know, it wasn't as easy as, you know, the 2 yards. A lot more than what I thought it was going to be, but you know, at the end of the day, we didn't have a lot other going on that we could do. Still waiting on the skid steer to get out of the shop. What else we got going? But we still got done with, you know, everything over there that we needed to do. The problem over there is that, well, they were they called about a cut, and really it was a winter cleanup. So I probably shorted myself about $60 over there. So, but you know, right now I'm gonna cry about it, but during the summer, those 2 jobs, they pay really good for what they are, and bam, we can stick and move really quick on them. So that's kind of where I'm coming from. We and I did pick up that tree job too, y'all, right? So we're cooking with gas, man. Cooking with gas. And Zach did great, man. Zach's doing good, y'all. So my boy Bo called me, sent me a picture of him in a motel room with, you know, he got some stimulus. He finally got some of his stimulus money. So go figure. Yeah, he got and he, of course, he ain't done nothing ever since he's had the money. He got like $1,200. Ever since he's had the money, he ain't done nothing but lay up in a hotel room. So that's his life. That's the way he wants to live. So, but yeah, man, this grass right here already needs cutting again, man. We need to scalp it down again. This weather's kind of crazy right now. It's been really pretty and wet the last few days. They're wanting to have all this green right here pulled out, y'all. All of it. What should I charge for that? I could do it in a day with the Bobcat over here. I could just come up in there and just pull all that out. $600, y'all think? We're talking about pulling it out, digging it up to pull it out, and then another what? Probably $1,000 to get it to pull that out, and then come back with some mulch or something. What do y'all think? Or pine straw. You know, they got pine straw everywhere else. What do y'all think, man? $600 to pull it out. Would that be too cheap? There's a lot, man. We're talking about digging it up too, man. We're not talking about just pulling it out. I mean, y'all can kind of see how big it is. It's a big area. The reason why they want to do that, because, well, these things are getting all out of whack. So y'all can see all the briars running up, coming up out of there. And last year, 2 years ago, they gave me $200 just to pull the briars out. Yeah, Bo spent a whole day over here doing that. So they have my check ready, and this is a check from last week. You got to be able to, you know, do the work and wait on your money on some customers. Now, in the beginning, it's hard to do that. But to make the most money, you got to be able to finance some of the jobs that you're doing. So you can, you know, like buy pine straw and you can mark it up, right? So if I buy pine straw, then I'm going to make money on the pine straw, the actual sale of the pine straw, because I get a discount on it, and then I'm going to bump it up just a little bit because I have to go get it. So, but if you don't have any money to finance a job, then you can't do that, but you got to have your money up front. And if I'm a customer and I can deal with, if I'm a customer and I can just call Ray, take care of it, send me an invoice, instead of calling somebody, oh, well, I'm gonna have to come by and get a check so I can go buy the pine straw. See, that kind of thing, that don't go well with the customers I have. Not the big paying customers. They want you to be able to take care of everything and then invoice them and to get a check. Now, you know, I do that on every job. Every job that I do, that y'all see me do, every job that y'all see me do, and this check is not much, just to kind of show you guys. It's not much, but we'll let y'all see it. Y'all see that, man. just $5.75, and $60 of this $5.75 is markup on materials that I bought, right? If I didn't have the money to buy the materials up front, then you're not going to get that $60. And then you turn around and you take that $60 and then you can help pay your labor. You know, if you take that $60 to go through the club, well, you know, you ain't gonna like the results of that. I'll take the $60 and basically put it right back into business. Throw, you know, 40 more with it, and then we go cut grass for a whole day. And then I got labor out there for, you know, 5-6 hours for $100. But really it's only costing me 40 because I made 40 on the material markup. Just the material markup. That's the number between what the materials cost and what I had to and what I charged them. So it's all important, man. You know, some people can make light of it and laugh about it and say, you know, that I don't know what I'm talking about, and, you know, get some business about myself and all that. But I know what I'm talking about. I've been hustling for a long time. I was hustling way before I started even cutting grass. So I've been hustling ever since I was in the 6th grade, buying that packs of bubble gum from the candy lady, and then going to school and selling the gum by the piece. Same thing, man. Been doing this shit for years. But if you ain't got no money and you're just starting out, those are the kind of things that I struggled with when I was just starting out, being able to finance a job to be able to make the most money. And at first I couldn't finance. There were some jobs I simply couldn't finance, you know. The last big job that I financed was a big job. I mean, a big job was 8 pallets of sod. Now, I financed the job, but when I brought the first load of sod there, the first, you know, few pallets, I got a check from her, but it was after I'd already purchased the sod. See, I didn't put none of it down until I got a check, you know, some of the money. But I have done jobs where I didn't get any of the money, and it'll be like, you know, it might be a little job, you know, $600, $700, $800, $1,000, and I didn't get any of the money up front. You know, I don't ever get any money up front on any job that I do. I just don't. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but again, y'all know that I don't deal with a lot of people outside my customer base. So if somebody is wanting me to do a bigger job for them, then I probably know them, and I know that they've been wanting to do whatever job it is for a period of time. It ain't something they're calling me out of the blue. If somebody calls me, I don't even know how I do it. I'm probably not even going to want to do the job. If somebody calls me out of the blue right now and says, hey, can you do, you know, 8 pallets of sod for me, and they're not in my customer base and I don't know them from Adam, I'm not going to say I won't do the job, but I probably won't do the job. Just according to where I'm at, you know, financially, how busy I am, and what they're spending or say they're going to spend. I'm probably not going to want to do any work there until I get a check from them of some sort. When I buy materials, I'm going to want a check. When I do the labor, I'm going to want a check. I'm going to phase it out, and we're going to get, if it's a $5,000 job, then and I go buy, you know, 4 pallets of sod, then I'm going to need to get the money that for the sod when I bring the sod before I ever take it off the truck or trailer or whatever. But normally on jobs like that, they're not in my customer base, I don't do them. That's just how I am. And well, it ain't really just how I am, it's just I don't have to. Because I I nurture relationships, and you know, that's what it is out here, y'all. And with that being said, you know, the more relationships you got, the more likely you're gonna stay busy. Let me show y'all this. See, y'all see the power right down there? See, and that ground is pretty muddy. But see how clean the dirt is? There's not a bunch of debris in it. It's all good red dirt, man. See, this morning when I rode by here, this yard looked terrible. But that's what a power rake will do. I like to see how other people run one. But y'all can definitely tell that that guy owns the machine. I can tell by the way he's running it. You see, I could do exactly what he's doing. I don't know if I like that power rake better than mine. That power rake looks like, yeah, it's not as big as mine. But you don't really need, you know, you don't really need. He's got that crap looking good, y'all. But see, it don't take much effort when you got a power rake. Y'all see how nice that is? Look at that, man. That is freaking beautiful, dude. But that's another thing that helps me too, y'all. I pay attention when I'm driving around. I pay attention to everything going on around me, man. You know, I see things like that, and I'm like, I check them out for a minute. And I saw the technique that he was using. He was going backwards. He wasn't really doing it forward. But with that kind of, when you go by that, there's another job right here too that I'm seeing where it looks like they got mountains of dirt that got dumped, and they may need to hire somebody to move the dirt around. They may end up doing that. Let me see if they don't move that dirt. Let me show y'all. So y'all see them mountains of dirt? Y'all see it. See, if I needed work, then see, I would be going by there and asking them, hey, you know, that's another way to get work when you got a Bobcat. I'm just saying. You can ride, I'm telling you, man, if you know what you're doing and you got a Bobcat and you got just a couple of attachments, especially like a power rake, dude, you can go into some of these, where they're building these neighborhoods, and you could just go to the general contractor and you might be able to get a lot of work and build a relationship like that, because they're building so many houses, at least right here, they're building so many houses around here that there's enough work for everybody. A lot of times they're on a tight deadline, especially when you get a lot of weather issues and they ain't been able to work, but they still need to be on this deadline and they're trying to catch up. They would bring a guy like me in to do, you know, instead of the guy or two that they got now doing 10 yards like what y'all just saw that guy doing, they can do, you know, and they're way behind, they can hire me to do 2 or 3 of them, and then then their regular guys they can be caught up. But as long as there's a lot more work after that for those guys, they don't care. See, there's just so many ways to make money out here, man. It's a hustler's dream, man. When you got a Bobcat, a dream. I mean, and you ain't got to worry about the popo kicking your freaking door in. You ain't doing nothing illegal. You're honestly working, making an honest living. and you're making freaking $2,000 a day and shit, man. It's amazing, man, to me. I've learned so much since I've had that skid steer that it's mind-blowing. It really is. But there's so many ways to make money out here when you're really trying and you really are in tune with what you're doing, and you're in tune with what people are paying for. And as I ride around each, daily, and I see people doing this type of work and that type of work, that just seeing it educates me and gives me ideas, and that just comes from paying attention to what's going on around you, and thinking about what you're trying to do in the grand scheme of life and the grand scheme of things. I'm trying to, when I'm out here and I'm pulling a trailer around, whether I'm working or not, my brain's working. Either way, my brain is working. I'm not thinking about the strip club, and I'm not thinking about anything other than what I'm doing. I'm not thinking about anything outside of work, money making, and I call it money making mode. And once I pull out of this driveway every morning, I'm in the money making mode. And there's a lot of things that go into that. And one of the biggest things is learning what customers are willing to pay for. And if I close my eyes while I'm riding down the road, other than wrecking the truck, well, I wouldn't know about a power rake other than what some salesman is telling me. I'm seeing it. I know what a power rake can do. That's why I bought it, because I'm seeing people use them all the time to grade out, brand new homes and whatever, So, yeah. Anyway, I'm finna hop in a little car and go down here and get me a damn Sammy from the Jimmy John's or Jersey Mike's, whatever it is, y'all. Whatever, man. Y'all know, man. It's Ray. I kick back.